Hey folks, I am Troy and you're watching TroyTube. I made a post on my Facebook page and my group earlier today and said, who's ready for an announcement to drop? So I'm going to make a small announcement this evening. Now, it's not the information and announcement that a lot of you probably want to hear just yet. We still have a ways to go with the company before we can start offering products, and we don't get to possession of our new office space until February 1st. So still got a lot of planning, a lot of logistics to work out, vendors to work with and talk to, things like that. So a little bit of ways to go before I can really give a lot of details on all the products and services we'll be offering when that happens. But what I've been working on for quite some time, actually I started working on this about 2 years ago. And then when I went to work for Cricket, I had to put a lot of my social media stuff on hold for a while. And then when I left there earlier this year, I started making more plans and working on some of these things again. And the past several weeks, this was again delayed by the hurricane that hit Fort Myers. So just had to put a lot of things on hold and slow down for that. But this is this is kind of big for us. It's a big jump. It's a big step. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and that is my mobile app. So the TroyTube mobile app is available now in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store for Android. So it's available on both platforms. The app works on iPhones, Android phones, iPads, Android tablets. Should not have any issues with any of those. It's pretty straightforward as far as compatibility, so I don't think we're going to have any issues there. Now, I've had several people testing the app for a little while, and last few days the iOS app was available for testing, so a couple people have been using it. So far, not really any major issues, but we'll find out once a few hundred people install it and start using it, whether performance is going to hold up, what I'm going to have to do, maybe what I'll have to change. And it's going to be real fun to go through this with you guys together, and I'll show you here. So when you open it, you see a picture of me, learn, craft, create. So some of that will give you an idea of what I'm going to be focusing on with the company, but it's a mobile app. Has my groups that are on my site for crafting and different focuses, instant messaging, some different features in there. And one of the things I really wanted in a mobile app, more so than just a store where you could shop or just an app that has some information on it, was I wanted something that was functional. So my tools that are on my website, for the most part, like the monogram tools, the text tools, the curved text tools, the text transformation, which lets you do wavy text and some of those things, those are all available through the app. It still renders from the website, but it works within the app itself. There's one thing that doesn't work that I have to work on fixing, and that is when you create something like a monogram, there's actually a link that says to click here to download it. That does not currently work, so you'll have to ignore that. And so the way you get your image is to put in your email address, and it will email the image to you. Now, when you do that, I'm not capturing the email address or anything in that field when it goes through. Of course, you're already registered, so I already have your email address. But just that one thing so far doesn't work. I would like for folks to use it. I think when you open it the first time and log on, it takes a few seconds for it to load everything and load the news feed and load the group names, things like that. So be patient with it, load it up, and see what happens. If you don't have an account on my TroyTube.net site, you can either go to TroyTube.net and register on there, or you can actually register an account and set it up through the app. If you do it through the app or the website, it will send you an email to activate, and you have to get that email and click activate, click that activation link before you can log in. In rare cases, for some reason, there's some people that aren't getting that activation link, but most people are getting it fine. If you register on the mobile device, you will get the same email, except it will have also a 6-digit code in it to verify. So for people who are registering on mobile, you can either click the link in the email, which is a quick and easy way to do it, or you can enter that 6-digit code into the mobile app and activate it that way as well. So if you don't get your activation email within like 5 minutes or so, it should come pretty instantly, but within a few minutes, check your spam folders, make sure it didn't get dropped into there, and just look around, make sure you didn't miss it somewhere. If you don't get the activation, send me a message, send me an email, troy@troyyoung.com or troy@troytube.net, either one. or the generic email for the site is community@TroyTube.net, and I'll take a look at it, see if I can help you out, figure out why you're not getting it. But I'm really excited about this. I'd like as many people as possible to install it, log on, browse around, use it, send each other messages, send me messages. You can do connection requests just like you can on other social media networks, or you can follow people just like you can on other social media networks. You can upload your photos, pictures, video. You can also, one of the unique things is you can actually also upload your SVG files to your profile on TroyTube.net, and you will be able to see the image of the SVG file in your photos. And then you can also re-download that from there as well. I'm pretty sure you can re-download that out of there. I'll have to check that and make sure, but you can certainly upload them and see the thumbnails in there. A lot of areas that honestly hasn't been used enough to know if they work well or not. This is going to be the first rollout. I thought I'd do it while my group is still pretty small. We've got 2,500 people or so in there, and that'll give me a good baseline for user testing and feedback. So if you're able to get logged into it okay, and you can send me a message if you see anything that's not working right or looks odd or anything, send me a message on the app. If you can't get logged in, either message me on Facebook or comment on this video on YouTube. Or you can send me an email, like I said, at troyyoung.com or community@troytube.net, and we'll see if we can't get things figured out and get you taken care of on that way. Get you logged in, use the app, and one of the things I wanted, going back to my text tools and things like that are rendering and working inside the app, is I wanted that app to be functional. I wanted to do more things than that, and I have more coming for you. Okay, once I launch my e-learning courses, you'll be able to do those through the app. So to make it nice, so if you have an iPad or an Android tablet, you can set up the video, set it up, go through the course, work with it on your computer while you have it playing on your tablet or your phone or whatever. It's going to make it super easy for us. And you'll also be able to shop for our products, our physical products. Now, we can't do digital products such as images or designs that download. Those things will all have to be handled directly through the website, because if you do those through Apple, they take like 30% of your revenue. So I've got to stay away from that. And you're not allowed, I think you're not allowed to raise your price for that either. So it's kind of weird. It's a lot of money they take out for doing that. But they provide a good platform to a lot of people too. So download the app, TroyTube. It's on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Install it, get it set up, launch it, send me a message. Let me know you're on there. Go into some of the Facebook groups, ask questions, post things. I just said Facebook group, didn't I? Go into my groups on TroyTube.net. And let's use this thing, see what happens. It may bomb and be a failure. I don't know. But I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a great way for us to collaborate, work on things, share knowledge, and learn and craft together. Inspiration, motivation. My whole thing for the community is that it's a community for learning, crafting, inspiration, and motivation. So there it is. And let's get this thing going, and give me some feedback. Let me know what you think once you have it installed and have browsed around and used it a little bit.